think we could plus it in yes, so that we could
agree that the submission will be considered as a motion already. Floor leader, what do you think? We request the secretariat to flash on the screen the proposed amendments that were submitted. I can see the Deputy Speaker Lanang Ali Jr. standing. What is your concern, gentleman from Sultan Kudarat?
Is the one person secretary the proposal amendment from this entities and then ask the proponent whether to accept the proposal.
Floor leader, do you agree with that? Proponent of the bill will accept or not the proposed amendment.
The following are the proposed amendments from MP Rasmit Mug for Parliament Bill number 39. Number 1 amendment is on section 3 of paragraph B. Instead of capital letters BAPT, training coordinator, the proposal is to change the phrase to BAPT provincial officer.
The proponent of the bill.
yes, Mr. Speaker, we do not accept the proposed amendment on this section 3 paragraph B, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note. Proceed, Secretariat, with the next proposal.
The second proposed amendment from the same MP is on section 4, paragraph C. Prepare an integrated plan for publicly funded training programs in agriculture and fisheries within 2 years. So the phrase within 2 years is added as a proposed amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, yes, Mr. Speaker. Also, we do not accept this amendment.
Secretariat, take note.
Proposed amendment number 3 on section 5, last paragraph, referring to the phrase the BAPT and its satellite offices shall be attached to the MAPR. The proposed amendment is letter A, to use acronym because it is already used, and letter B, end the phrase with the word MAPR. So the new sentence shall be. So there is a proposed amendment also, a new sentence which will then read, start with executive director of BAPT directly reports to the office of the minister.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, with regards to this, we accept the amendments, proposed amendments, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note.
The fourth proposed amendment, Mr. Speaker, is on section 6. Instead of BAPT training coordinators, it is supposed to be changed to BAPT provincial officer.
That was already rejected a while ago.
So the proposed amendment number 5, add a second paragraph. An initial assessment of the training needs of the whole bar must be done in 2 years' time.
Yes, of course, Mr. Speaker, we do not accept this proposed amendment.
Secretariat, take note.
On the sixth proposed amendment on section 10, instead of halal development, make Bhakti a member of the halal board.
We do not also accept this amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note.
Proposed amendment number 7, standing observation and concern. Letter A, no certificate of availability of funds by the MFBM is presented, and letter B, no report of the Committee on Finance. It is an observation, I believe, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, may I ask the proponent, does this, I think this bill includes providing funds, therefore. Why is there no report coming from the Committee on Finance?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, as I mean the report last joint committee, nagkaroon na po kami ng joint committee meeting with CAFAR and SMFB on last February 23, 2024. As stated sa committee report, naniniwala po kami na nagkaroon na po ng substantial compliance with regards to the joint committee report dahil si CMFBM ay nag-certify during the meeting for the availability and approval of the funds, Mr. Speaker.
In the committee report,
1 minute.
1 minute suspension.
Siya pa po.
may I now ask the proponent clarificatory questions? Proponent,
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
you said a while ago that the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform held a joint committee meeting.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
When was this? May I ask if you have the date? Secretariat?
Yes,
Please,
I may just ask the Secretary for yes, Mr. Speaker, February 23, 2024, Mr. Speaker.
Was there a notice of meeting?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Is that part of the records of the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Was there a quorum in both committees?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Then there are no further questions as far as the committee report. We will now go back to the previous question. Secretariat, the proposed amendment. What was the previous question observation? So you're saying that there is now a certificate of availability of funds
Yes,
coming from the MFBM.
yes, Mr. Speaker.
The only issue right now is there is no report of the joint of the Committee on Finance. That is the only issue right now. But as far as the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform, there is a certification coming from the MFBM.
During that time, Mr. Speaker, it was attended and I think presided by the committee on MFBM was headed by Intan. So
by the lady from Maguindanao.
yes, of course, Mr. Minister. So we are in quorum, and then of course the deliberation on that appropriation will delivered, Mr. Speaker.
If there are no further questions on this matter, we will proceed with the proposal. Yes, what is your concern? Gentleman from Sulu.
Mr. Speaker, I have proposal.
Yes, did you submit the proposed amendment?
Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, I was not able to submit yesterday.
You were able to interpolate yesterday.
Yes.
Now, may we just finish first what have been submitted to the Secretariat before we will recognize and deal with your proposed amendment. Is that okay with you? Secretariat, proceed with the proposed amendment for a while. Since there are no questions anymore as far as the committee report, we will proceed with the proposed amendments. Secretariat, proceed.
Yung kay Rasmit mo, tapos na.
Secretariat, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, on the proposed amendments from MP Dondong, on the title of the bill, the proposed amendments is to change the phrase providing to the word providing to appropriating and add the phrase and for other purposes. That is in the title, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept the proposed amendment.
Secretariat, take note, they accept the proposed amendment.
The next proposed amendment of MP Long is on Section 2, Declaration of Policy. The proposed amendment is to add the following sentence, and I quote, "Policies and programs concerned with agriculture and fisheries shall be realized to achieve in the most efficient and effective way the goal of capacity for enhanced production, competitiveness, and strengthened agriculture and fisheries extension institutions, as well as empowered extension stakeholders for the Bangsamoro region." End of quote.
Yes, we accept the proposed amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note, they accepted the proposed amendment.
Another proposed amendment on section 3, definition of terms. The proposal is to change BAFTI coordinator to training specialist.
Opponent? Will you need more time? 1 minute suspension. Session resume.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the proposed amendment on that matter, we do not accept.
Secretariat, take note, they did not accept the proposal.
The next proposed amendment is on section 3, definition of terms. Change BAFTI training coordinator to BAFTI training specialist. And add additional function, and that is responsible for identifying training needs, designing and delivering training programs, and evaluating their effectiveness. And another proposed amendment is to remove the phrase refers to A in the definition of BAFTI training specialist.
Mr. Speaker, we do not accept this proposed amendment.
Secretariat, take note.
The next proposed amendment from MP Long on section 6, subtitle BAFTI training coordinators. The proposed amendment is to change the phrase BAFTI training coordinators to training specialist. And another to change coordinator to specialist. And another proposal is to change the phrase to facilitate a more extensive reach to enable collaboration and efficient communication.
Mr. Speaker, on the specific word BAPTI training specialist, we do not accept, but on the additional function, we accept, Mr. Speaker. Yung pre- for correction, Mr. Speaker, the proposal of MP Donlong on the previous on the matter of to change the BAPTI training coordinator to training specialist, we do not accept the specific words training coordinator, but we accept the functions being given, additional functions, Mr. Speaker. Just a correction.
Secretariat, take note, the previous amendment. Now, may I just point out that all proposals to change the training coordinator to training specialist are already rejected. Now, in the previous proposed amendment, the additional function was accepted, including the current additional function that was proposed by MP Don Loong is also accepted.
Yes,
It is only, may I point out that all proposals as far as changing the training coordinator to training specialist is already rejected. No, Secretariat, I suggest you no longer read those proposed amendments. Read proposed amendments other than changing the name of the training coordinator to training specialist. Yes, floor leader. Yes. Okay. Proponent?
yes, Mr. Speaker, can the Secretariat plus the, yes. Yes, that one, Mr. Speaker, the additional function. So we accept the additional function. Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Secretariat, read the proposed amendment. The additional function.
Yes, the proposed amendment as to the additional function accepted by the committees is responsible for identifying training needs, designing and delivering training programs, and evaluating their effectiveness.
On record.
Yes, noted, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, proceed to the next proposed amendment.
The next proposed amendment is to facilitate a more extensive reach to enable collaboration and efficient communication.
You said a while ago you accepted.
Mr. Speaker, this one also, we accept the additional, I mean, to change, to facilitate a more extensive reach to enable collaboration. So accepted, Mr. Speaker. This,
Secretariat, thank you. Proceed to the next proposed amendment.
The next proposed amendment is to add the terms agriculture and fisheries on section 3, definition of terms.
yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept this proposed amendment.
Secretariat,
But
thank you.
we have a counter proposal to these amendments. Agriculture refer to all system networks or of interrelated activities which include raising of livestock, poultry, or fish, including the harvesting or such farm products and other farm activities and practices. On fisheries, it's referred to all system or network of interrelated activities which include the production, growing, harvesting, processing, marketing, developing, conserving, and managing of all aquatic resources and fisheries area. That's our counter proposal, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note of the counter proposal.
The next proposed amendment is to change, also under section 3, definition of terms, is to change the definition of halal food into letter D. Halal food is any food sourced from agricultural produce, seafood, and aquaculture harvest, including meat, which is prepared, processed, and stored, maintained, and served in strict compliance with the laws and customs of Sharia.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept this proposed amendment.
Secretariat, take note.
The next proposed amendment on section 4, powers and functions of Bangsamoro Agriculture and Training Institute, on paragraph B, is to insert the phrase and implementation, and it will now read as letter B, lead in the formulation and implementation of the regional agriculture and fisheries extension AFE, agenda and budget.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept this proposed amendment.
Secretary, take note, they accepted the proposal.
The next proposed amendment is on section 4, to insert the phrase non-government organizations, entrepreneurs, private agencies, offices, and institutions. So section E, paragraph E will now read, assist in coordination with state universities and colleges, non-government organizations, entrepreneurs, private agencies, offices and institutions. The LGU extension system by improving their effectiveness and efficiency through capability building and complementary extension services, such as technical assistance, training of LGU personnel, improvement of physical facilities, research-based extension program, and information support services. And
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we do accept this proposal amendment. Yes,
The proposal.
yes, Mr. Speaker.
Secretary, take note.
the next proposed amendment is on section 4, to add another function which will become paragraph G, provide comprehensive support to all the extension workers of local government units, non-government organizations, public and private organizations, and farmers and fisher folks organizations, equipping them with adequate knowledge and skills to enable them to train and provide technological information and managerial skills to farmers, fisher folk, and entrepreneurs on the field benchmarking, production, harvesting, storage and handling, processing, marketing, and financing aspects of the agricultural and fisheries enterprise.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept this proposed amendment.
Secretary, take note.
The next proposed amendment, also on section 4, is to add another function, which will become paragraph H, to establish an accreditation system for private entities qualified to provide extension services.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept the proposed amendments.
Secretary, take note.
The next proposed amendment, also in section 4, is to add another function to become paragraph I, to improve and develop vertical and horizontal linkages to promote efficiency, reduce costs, open markets, and spur beneficial competition.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we do accept the proposed amendment.
Secretary, take note.
The next proposed amendment, also on section 4, is to add another function. Identify learning sites for agriculture where successful farmers can share their technologies in their own farms and become partners in the implementation of training and extension interventions.
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
Secretary, take note.
The next proposed amendment is on section 4, add another function, which will become letter J, encourage and promote innovation, diversification in agriculture and fisheries.
Mr. Speaker, we accept the proposed amendment.
Secretary, take note.
The next proposed amendment is on section 11, to insert the phrase, the word ladderized between the words long-term and trainings. And also insert the phrase national and local offices, other public and private organizations.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept the proposed amendments.
1 minute suspension.
Maybe
Should resume. Secretariat, take note, they accept the proposed amendment.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we do accept the proposal.
Are there any other proposed amendment from MP Don Loong? Yes, we just make sure that MP Adspar Osman was able to interpolate yesterday so that he can make the necessary proposed amendment. What is your proposed amendment, MP, the gentleman from Sulu?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, we talked about the fiscal autonomy of the block. And if the vote proponent will accept our proposed amendment, we wish to add more sections or sub-paragraph under section 15 on ensuring the fiscal autonomy of the BAPT to expressly be provided in the bill. That's all. This amendment as to its function would be more the CPP as is dispensing its powers and functions. In aside from that, as shown in the organizational chart yesterday, it has a complete financial divisions. I think it would be proper to have a fiscal authority for this entity. That's all, Mr. Speaker.
You propose language to your proposed amendment?
Mr. Speaker, we do not.
I think when we allowed him to make a proposed amendment, we will just make sure that he will also present a language so that you will fully appreciate the proposed amendment.
Yes, 1 minute.
1 minute suspension.
Yes.
Can resume. Yeah, the proponent of what is now the response of the proponent of the bill to the proposed amendment of the other gentleman from Sulu? Because you're both gentlemen from Sulu.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. We do not accept the proposed amendment of MPL's PAR. But to add on the justification, because on the it is implied during the time of committee meetings that to have that kind of structure, including on the administrative section or department, to have the fiscal autonomy and the concept of that are available accountant, budget officer, and as well as cashier. So it would entail that we do have uh, uh, somewhat structure that would suffice the fiscal autonomy.
You're saying that there is no need to express it there
Yes, Mr.
because it
Speaker.
was agreed already in the meeting of the CAFAR
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
and MFBM.
Yes, Mr.
It
Speaker.
includes the MFBM.
Aside from the committee meeting, also the joint committee.
Yes,
So it is will
so,
express.
that this institute will have fiscal autonomy
Yes, in it. Yes, Mr. CP.
implied from the meetings.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Because of the structure that is being given, it is necessary. I mean, it is not necessary to express
because
only.
it was raised by the proponent that there is a budget officer, a cashier, a finance officer,
Accountant.
an accountant.
Hmm.
So technically speaking, you are creating an office with fiscal autonomy that can stand on its own.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?
I submit, Mr. Speaker, to the expression, that so long as the legislative intent is very clear that it implies fiscal autonomy in relation to the.
That our intent is for this to have fiscal autonomy.
That is, Mr. Speaker.
So are there any other proposed amendment?
I have another one. Was next on and guys yung assessor. On the application, the word I think we got the initial above. Then when the permanency over 30 people next fiscal year.
Yeah.
That can be initial above.
Ability of funds as certified by the CFBM. One minute suspension.
Mr. Speaker, I think we finished the proposed amendment to section 14 on appropriations.
Yes.
But Ms. MP don't know, wishes to recognize for
Yeah, the-
another proposed amendment.
The other gentleman from Sulu is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
The floor leader and to the proponent, Agriculture Chair Matt Estino, MP Matt Estino. And I also like to thank the proponent and the committee for accepting many of the proposals that we had to have the ideal BAFTI. Now, for the last amendment that I'd like to propose is for the I had proposed for a BAFTI training specialist, which was disapproved, and it's now called BAFTI training coordinator. However, I reviewed.
You're requesting that it be reconsidered?
I'm wishing that to propose the word officer based on the civil service plantilla, which utilizes the word analyst, specialist, and officer in most of its plantilla items. And having that training officer would provide the appropriate term for the position, considering that we had approved the position to do coordination, training needs analysis, and actual training. So I propose that we use BAFTI training officer, Mr. Speaker.
The committee chair, what is your pleasure on the proposal of the other gentleman from Sulu?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we accept the proposed amendment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Secretariat, take note.
Mr. Speaker, there are no other members of the parliament wishing to submit amendments.
I move to terminate the period of amendment.
I move to terminate, Mr. Speaker, the
There-
period of amendment.
There is now a motion on the floor to terminate the period of amendment. It's been seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think we can now vote on BTA Bill number 39
On second reading,
on second reading by the vote. Mr. Speaker.
can you please express it in motion?
I move to for the plenary to vote on BTA Bill number 39 on second reading, Mr. Speaker.
There is now a motion coming from the floor to approve on second reading by viva voce, approve on second reading, BTA Parliament Bill number 39. Any second? Hearing no objection, the motion is approved. We will proceed with the voting by viva voce. Viva voce voting. Those who are in favor, say aye. Say, those who are against, say nay. The ayes have it. BTA Parliament Bill number 39 is approved on second reading. Floor leader, what is next in the order of business?
There are no other items in the order of business, Mr. Speaker, but I move to amend the same to include several items to be taken up tomorrow, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion from the floor to amend the order of business. What is the order of business number? Secretariat? The order of business number 66. What is your proposed amendment, floor leader?
Mr. Speaker, I propose to include under bills on first reading, BTA Parliament Bill number 311, an act establishing the Bangsamoro Blood Services Center in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, defining its purpose and appropriating funds therefore. Parliament Bill number 312, an act establishing a 50-bed capacity Bangsamoro People General Hospital in the Special Geographic Area and appropriating funds therefore. BTA Bill number 313, an act establishing a Bangsamoro Sports Training Center in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao and providing funds there. Under proposed resolutions, messages, memorials, and communications, Mr. Speaker, I move that we include proposed resolution number 587, resolution congratulating and commending the Bangsamoro top-notchers in the May 2024 licensure examination for certified public accountants and all Bangsamoro passers. Proposed resolution number 588, resolution congratulating and commending the Bangsamoro top-notchers in the March 2024 licensure examination for professional teachers and all Bangsamoro passers. Post Resolution 589, a resolution encouraging bar ministries and offices to provide annual mental, medical, physical examinations to all government employees in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. Proposed Resolution 590, a resolution urging the Technology Office to provide measures in safeguarding official websites and pages of the members of the Parliament, ministries, and offices of the Bangsamoro government from any form of cyber attacks. Post Resolution 591, a resolution prompting the city or municipalities within the BARM to create additional police outposts to scatter police forces within their respective territory and to provide for all other necessary police equipment. Post Resolution 593, a resolution encouraging the Ministry of Basic, Higher, and Technical Education, Technical Educational Skills and Development, CETESD, to include programs or courses that cover skills for teaching learners with disabilities. Under bills on second reading, Mr. Speaker, I propose that we include BTA Bill number 100, an act upgrading the Datu Alauddin P. Bandon Senior Memorial Hospital in the municipality of Cebu, province of Tawi-Tawi, from its present level 1 of 10-bed capacity to level 2 general hospital of 50-bed capacity and appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. We also propose to include under item 10 before unfinished business, Mr. Speaker, under privilege R, the privilege speech from MP Romnyosa.
There is a motion from the floor to amend order business number 66. Any second? This will include all of those items mentioned by the floor leader. Been seconded. The motion is approved. The order of business is hereby amended.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to suspend the session until 1 p.m.
Session is suspended until 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow.